Thank you, Gael. I appreciate that very much. And firstly, can I say as a member of the Committee on Education that I was pleased alongside my colleagues to be able to waive pre-legislative scrutiny on this matter. It's important that we play our part in getting this bill through the Houses of the Oireachtas, and I'd like to thank the Minister for the manner in which it's been brought before us to committee in terms of the discussion that we had previously with her officials. I'd like to just take an opportunity, of course, to thank the students for the significant advocacy that they brought to bear on this process, because the class of 2021 as fifth years played a significant role, certainly in my constituency, at coming to me and talking about the implications that it was going to have on their education, because the class of 2021 didn't lose 1 year of normal education, they lost 2. And I think it is important that this certainty is placed on the statute books to provide them with one less thing to worry about in the context of COVID-19, the potential that they might contract COVID-19 prior to the Leaving Certificate, should they have chosen to sit it, as 88% of students have. And I think it's important that we provide them with the option to use the accredited grade system or indeed the written exams, or both, and I think that's important. The Leaving Certificate is a very stressful time, at the best of times, never mind in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm conscious of the comments of a colleague who mentioned that the Leaving Certificate is excellent at teaching Leaving Cert students to sit the Leaving Certificate, but in the long term, I do believe, and I think the Minister is open to this conversation, that we do need significant reforms, as has been highlighted by a number of deputies who have made contributions thus far in this debate. I think this is an opportune time for us to have that evaluation, to look at the outcomes, because the Leaving Certificate and the exam on a terminal basis, I think Deputy Gannon called it, measure of one's education is not necessarily the most appropriate way to do things. Things have changed dramatically, and I believe that there are opportunities for us to recognise that there are other ways to further in higher education, and sometimes the Leaving Certificate is not necessarily an appropriate measure to capture the intelligence or indeed ability of a student to recall and drag out issues that they have learnt over the prior number of years. I am, however, in relation to the bill, encouraged by the section which covers canvassing. I think it's appropriate that this be black or white, that right and wrong, and it's that simple. And I think it is important that we also recognise that the issues relating to the algorithms and the use of data that was experienced last year are rectified, and that there is, as I think the Minister alluded to, a system in place to support the checking of the manner in which the system is operated by the SEC. Quality assurance, I think, is what the Minister referred to it as, and I think that's very appropriate. Ceann Comhairle, just in the few moments I have remaining, I think I've mentioned the expansion of the debate around what the Leaving Certificate should look like and the fresh look that I think we should look at, but also in the context of further and higher education, I would like to welcome the fact that we are broadening out our apprenticeship schemes, which I think is an extremely important part of the education offering that the state has. But I look forward to this bill progressing through the House, and I look forward to it coming back to committee at some point in the near future. Thank you.